Are you engaged in any other lawsuits against news organizations?
And I've been involved in the Gawker case, nothing else. And part of my thought was, again, they were a singularly sociopathic bully. My view is that other journalists, other media organizations were not remotely in the same ballpark.
You tell us how you got involved, and especially how and when you got connected to Charles Hardner, Hulk Hogan's lawyer in the Gawker case, and why you did this, secretly.
Well, it was a multi-year. I have to be a little bit careful what I comment on this since the litigation is still ongoing. But I got involved over a number of years, and it was one of these things where, as you got involved, you came to believe in the justice of the case more and more, because there were so many different people that you interacted with who had been destroyed. In many cases, in most cases, it was not super prominent people. It was or super wealthy people. It was people who couldn't afford to do anything. And one of the striking things is that if you're middle class, if you're upper middle class, if you're a single-digit millionaire like Hulk Hogan, you have no effective access to our legal system. It costs too much. And this was the modus operandi of Gawker in large part. It was to go after people who had no chance of fighting back. We can debate about whether the more appropriate thing for me would have been to be transparent about funding it all the way through. But my judgment was that Mr. Hogan deserved to have his day in court, and that would have distracted from his day in court. That transparency in that would have turned it into this very different narrative, into the Gawker narrative that it's the billionaire trying to squash the First Amendment, rather than what I think it was actually about, which was an egregious violation of privacy, the publication of a sex tape.